Hi everybody, I'm back with a share and a haul. I'm going to share with you some cards that I made. They're all pretty much the same, but I'll share with you what I've used to create them. These are the Distress ink colors that I used. I actually use these as kind of like a watercolor. I took a fine detail brush, water brush, and put some of this on a glass mat and then took up the ink that way to color my image. So these are the colors that I used, and some of them were mixed to get the tone that I want. And then I also use this Distress Oxide ink color in the Victorian Velvet. This is for the inside stamp sentiment that I have. Some of this foam, 1/8 inch foam tape from Stampin' Up. This stamp from this stamp market. This is a background stamp called, what is it called? Floral Background. And then I used these two different Cupid stamps. Okay, so I used the sentiment from this one. And this is where it comes from. And then I used the Cupid from this one. And you'll see those on the card. I've also used this Honeybee Stamps Pierced XOXO Hearts, the largest size in the set. And what else? That's it. Okay. Oh, no, one more thing. I use these tonic glitter drops in White Blizzard. All right. So here's the cards that I made, and they are Valentine cards. So I got a head start on those. And I did them 3 different ways. This first set, there's 3 of each actually. The die cut that I use for the heart is die cut into the pink paper. And there's that background stamp. And then I also die cut this out of watercolor paper after coloring this image using my Distress inks. And you can see on the Cupid's wings, that's where the tonic drops went. And I told you where the sentiments come from. So this is where they're just die cut and fit back together onto the piece of paper. And in case you're wondering, this pink cardstock is Cupcake from Tailored Expressions. And then this watercolor paper is actually A2 size. Let me get it for you. I got this at the boot camp that I went to in Phoenix. This was a sponsored product from Tonic, and it's a pad of watercolor cardstock. So since it was already cut down to A2 size, I figured I would use this. It's cold pressed and 300 GSM white. It's a little bit of an off-white color. It's not bright white. So I did use that. So here's the first one I did, first version. Oh, and the inside is stamped with a Tailored Expressions stamp. And that is where I use the Distress Oxide ink. Okay. I don't think I have that stamp set out, unfortunately. So the next 3 that I made are actually where you have the heart inset. So I did pop this up, this pink layer. You can see here, you can see a little bit of shadow. So it's kind of inset into that heart. And I did 3 of the same. They're all basically the same look. And then the last set I did is where the heart is actually popped up. So you can see that this is where the foam was used up on the white layer. And then the pink is just adhered down to the base of the card. And this base is actually rustic white cardstock from Paper Tray. You can see that it's, or actually not rustic white, it's rustic cream. I think that went better with the watercolor paper since it wasn't bright white. A little off in color. So those are the cards that I made. There's 9 of them, which is a great start here. I have some other cards I need to make, but let me show you my haul. And this is from Ink to Paper and Paper Tray ink because I bought old and new stuff. And I ordered specifically on the Paper Tray ink website. So they had this paper was $2. Yeah, $2 a pack. It's the summer camp collection. I didn't have this yet. This is an 8.5 by 11 pattern paper, and you can see that it's a very masculine sort of coloring, outdoorsy colors, and they even put on the back, they put the cardstock colors that match and ink colors that match. So regular $12. This is on sale for $2 a pack. And there's 36? Yeah, 36 sheets in that pack. So it's quite a bit. I did get another pack of paper, but this is smaller. This is the A2 sized comic strip. This is also $2. And again, they have the colors on the back, and I believe there's also 36 in here. But this is A2 size, so it's smaller. But that's fine, because then you don't have to cut it down. So I ordered some of that. And then I purchased some new items from their release. This is the January release that was just passed. I wasn't supposed to be getting mail today because it's a holiday. But, you know, I'm glad that it's here so I can play. On the Border Sunburst frame. And this is the coordinating sunburst border die. So this is just a half die, while this is a full die cover plate. You can see that. Now they're selling them separately, so the price is a little bit lower. Then I purchased the Border Bling embossed skinny frame die. So it's a frame that has embossing lines inside of it. You can see that here. So it's A2 size. I think it's just slightly smaller than A2, so it's not going to go to the edge of the card. This one's just a plain one. Border Bling skinny frame. This one has dots. And it doesn't cut the holes out, it just embosses the holes. This one is the To Die For Sentiments birthday. So you have celebrate, birthday wishes, and happy birthday. And it'd probably be best if I showed that like that. Maybe that helps you see it better. That's an older set. These are some of the older sets. Let me go with the new ones first. So Ink to Paper, as I said, had the release. This is more from that release. This is the Inside Greetings Birthday Wishes. So if you want to read that, pause the video. The Just Sentiments Belated Birthday. Sometimes you're late sending cards. This is Sprinkles Galore. So this is 3 different stamp sets for sprinkles. So you get the variation in the pattern. And you can do different colors with each. This one is, okay, these are separate. I just put them together because I knew that they're the coordinating dies for it. Sweet Celebration stamp set. You can see the candles and the sentiments, but it coordinates with this cupcake die. And there's layers for the cupcake, and then you've got the candles, and then some, you know, greenery. There's actually a strawberry in there, and there's a little sign in there too for sentiments. This one is Balloon Wishes. I do have the stamp and die set in here, so the die is actually stored inside of this pocket. They are separate though when you buy them. This one is It's a Sign Birthday Sentiments. Some really good sentiments in this set. And then some flowers. And again, the coordinating die for the flowers is in the set. I store them together. But again, you purchase them separately. And then this one is Birthday Bouquet. This set has a coordinating die, but it's not inside because it's too big. I have to cut it down to fit it inside. So here's the die set that coordinates with it. So those are the new items. The previously released items that I got, some of these were on sale at really great prices. This is the stamp and die set for paper clippings Congratulations. So you get the stamp and the die together. And I don't remember what I paid for it, but let's see if I can find it. $11 for the bundle. Then I got this fill in the blank stamp set. This is a long one. So you can see it's got some backgrounds here and here and here, and then it's got the fill in the words here. This paper clippings Done in Love details die. I have the die. It's very similar to this one right here, except it's says Done in Love, I think. And then this cuts out the different pieces on the stamp set. I didn't have this die already, so I went ahead and picked it up. I think I showed the stamp set for this one. I recently got that in a D-stash, and so I picked up the dies that go with it. So this is called Building Blocks, and it's a bunch of sentiments inside of that stamp set. And then this one goes along with the comic strip paper, comic strip cover plate. You can see here it cuts out these little panels like a comic strip would have. And then the last thing I got is this traveler's journal. This is the cover, and if you look at it, it's square, and it's got the holes punched here in the spine so you can thread your stretchy string through here. And then it's got some words. I bought this for the outer die, not really for any of the other stuff on the inside. So you get some words. So yeah, that is what I got in the release, as well as some older products that they had available. And that's my share. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.